You never throw technology, okay? People who throw controllers or punch their monitors or whatever, I'm not gonna lie, you should like get yourself checked out. Of course, a game can make you rage, but god damn it, your controller did nothing wrong. It's you that's the problem. Maybe you should hit yourself or throw yourself out a window or something. It's about as bad as people touching monitors with their fingers. It's not a fucking touchscreen, Lauren. Stop putting your dirty fingers on the fucking monitor. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Ling Cage, episode 5 of season 2. Previously on Ling Cage, the girl who I predicted to die indeed died. It was, as the kids would say, sad. But in reality, it was predictable because we already had the cutesy girl stereotype with the girl who can, plays the controller and controls the monster, right? We kind of had that stereotype already, so having another young girl who kind of fits the same role doesn't really, so her death was somewhat predictable. Regardless, let us see what episode 5 brings us, shall we?
亲爱的游风，如果我这次回不来的话，恭喜你，终于可以换个老婆啦！虽然你没能激发潜能
I mean, that's kind of based, not gonna lie. Honestly? Huh. That's interesting. Leaving behind a message in case you die. Huh. I wonder if we do this in real life. Never thought about this before, but like, do like military people do this in case they die, if they're sent somewhere? I wonder if they do. But that's smart. That's very smart, I think.
这些年我主外你主内，你一直把我跟娃照顾得很好。你做的辅食和蘑菇拌面比饭石缸的味道还棒。怎么可能？我相信你一定会把聊聊好好带大的。但假如我真的没回来，聊聊还那么小，握着他的小手，我的心都快融化了。妈妈一直想为你创造一个没有十级兽的世界，但现在妈妈的身体已经不能再为你转动了。长大了，无论你能否激发潜能，妈妈都爱你。
I like, you know what I really like? I like when, maybe this is me being a little bit of an asshole to other shows, but I like it when a story or show, when they actually have side characters have personality. Because like, I mean, this woman, was a complete side character that we barely saw at all. I think we only saw her in the last episode when she was like fighting a little and getting her ass beat. But like, I mean, in one little recording, you can tell how much personality she has. Like, I like that. I really do.
白老板的计划能成功的话，也许未来咱们一家三口还能相见。
跟妈妈说再见。
Okay, that's That's fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. This show is so pretty, I'm not gonna lie. This show is so beautiful. And thus, everything returns from whence it came.
送别第二位觉醒者乌兰麦朵。
这次玩点什么花样呢？哎，给大家来首歌搞搞气氛吧。我这个真的播了，
这是要弄啥呀？
来，旭头，帮我拿一下。无论是曾经的，还是现在的，所有正义班的战士们集合！
别哭了，正义班长不希望我们伤心。
你们来猜猜看是哪首歌，看看有没有默契了哈。
我们乘着一道彩虹去远航，海风呼啸卷走了忧伤。
Not gonna lie, this is almost getting to me. I think the reason it's even sad to me, and trust me, it takes a lot for me to get sad. I think what makes this sad is that they do a very good job in showing that pretty much everyone here kind of knew her personally, right? And that's kind of like the sad part, is that like they're all like a close-knit community, right?
作为初代正义班长，我准备卸任了。下一任正义班长就交给马克。
And then there's this guy. This is the guy that was eating with her, right, at the restaurant. Ah.
子弹和拳头都弄不死我，来，照这儿捅，找死！给我闪开！茶盖都比你懂事。现在麦朵的生命原质就在马克林西子内，你把他捅死了，麦朵怎么办？麦朵已经回不来了。 都怪这头畜生！我今天一定要弄死他！麦朵的生命原质还有办法取回来？什么？
真的？那麦朵就能回家了？
如果用震波器取出生命原质，就得破坏玛纳之化，用在马克身上，他的灵犀子会被震碎，他会没命的。
是啊，有没有别的办法？
万一失败了，麦朵也会随之消散。我们要想清楚。
如果什么也不做。 生命原质在灵犀子内本就会慢慢消散，为什么不赌一把？
马克现在是我们的正义班长，你们不许伤害他。
原质归藏，生生不息。我们储魂的目的是为了生命迭代系统研究成功的那天，能让亲人回到身边。也许我活不到那个时候，但至少麦朵还有回来的希望。可如果连生命原质都没了，麦朵就真的回不来了。
但你也知道，生命迭代系统是我们对未来的憧憬，研究还在初步阶段，能否成功并无定数。
I mean, they seem to, like we saw earlier with the other woman, they seem to like take their anima or whatever and return it to the pool, as it were. It's nice to believe that, a person's, you might even say soul, right? You return their soul to the pool and it continues on and etc, etc. But, I mean, part of me thinks this is not even that good of a thing. You know, it's nice to think about, but at the same time, you're just kind of holding on to a person that has died. You're making it harder for yourself to move on. At least that's what I think. It's nice to think about, you know, especially in a situation where they're giving their lives for the cause, right? In every war and every battle where people put their lives on the line, there's always a element of faith that is required. I mean, this is why religion was big back in the day, right? Because there were a bunch of wars, and soldiers needed to believe that if they go to war and they die, that they are going to go to like heaven or whatever their next life would be. That they die with honor and they will get into Valhalla or whatever, you know? So having this cycle of rebirth, you might even say, but not really, but kinda. Them having this makes them feel better, you know? Makes them feel like, hey, the people that we lose aren't completely gone. As I said, it would probably make it harder for them to let go. Like, of course, understandable, but you know.
别折腾了，想救出麦朵就跟我来。你呀，你这老毛病又犯了，既没见过震波器，又不了解灵犀子，你就敢答应敖登？拳头再硬，最高振幅下你也撑不了多久。一会儿你即将面对最严峻的考验，想活命就听我的。
这就是你说的严峻考验。
之前在灯塔上，你面对战斗都是全力以赴，放轻松找乐子，你却从来想都没想过。
离谱！
你现在还不够熟悉这具世级兽的身体，就算急速跑个几百公里，你也做不到合理分配体力，要动脑子才行。
你说的和这些破游戏有什么关系？
想要促进神经元连接，提高大脑信号传递速度，精准地控制自己身体的所有组件，就把这里的破游戏都玩明白。
To master your monster's body, you must master some video games. Oh my god, shaking my head. What a noob. Bro can't even get past the tutorial levels.
不行，今天就先歇着吧。
赢一把再睡。
You never throw technology, okay?
正义班长，
Dude, people who throw controllers or punch their monitors or whatever, I'm not gonna lie, you should like get yourself checked out. Of course, a game can make you rage, but god damn it. Your controller did nothing wrong. It's you that's the problem. Maybe you should hit yourself or throw yourself out a window or something. I just hate people who damage electronics. It's about as bad as people touching monitors with their fingers. It's not a fucking touchscreen, Lauren. For fuck's sake, stop putting your dirty fingers on the fucking monitor. Shaking my head.
第一局你闪避慢了0.2秒，第二局大招前摇太慢没发出来，第三局大招又摇错了方向，第四局连段忘记开 BC， 第五局能量不足，第六局安全跳距不够，往后的动作都跟不上意识。如果打的不是游戏，还有几条命够你挥霍？要学会精准控制自己的想法和行动，意随心生，如臂使指。你把这当做游戏，这永远就只是个游戏。
Well, like, I get what they're trying to do, but let's be honest here. These types of games, they're all about just practice and muscle memory. It's not some sort of thing where it's like, you need to think differently, and you need to like predict and what your opponent is going to do, blah blah blah, right? It's all about muscle memory. Like, don't let's get that clear here. It's like saying, oh yeah, if you were smarter or more calm or took it more seriously, then you would be able to beat someone with a lot more experience than you. Like, no, that's not how it works. Trust me, as a gamer, as a person who has played skill games before, that's not how it works. But you know, I get what they're trying to do, but yeah, you know, come on. We're all gamers here. We know exactly what we're talking about.
我跟你打一局吧。
Alright, well, that was episode 5. Very, very interesting episode. We basically just saw a bunch of video game playing. I do admit that the funeral scene in the beginning of the episode, it like semi got me. For them to fully get me, they would need to probably kill off a character that's been around for a while, not just a couple episodes. But they definitely made the funeral scene pretty emotional, I will say that. As for this, this gaming montage, Not really sure. I think they dragged it out a little too much. Essentially, we just had a training montage. And honestly, that was about it. Not gonna lie. I think they just stretched it out too much. They probably had a bunch of video game animations to use, and they were like, yeah, okay, let's just make an episode where he training montage where he just plays video games. And then he kind of like, I don't know, went into his own mind palace. He went into the zone and fully concentrated, entered the Zen state, and managed to beat the boss lady. Regardless, that was episode 5 of season 2 of Ling Cage. I hope you enjoyed, and we shall be back next time. Until then, ladies and gents, adieu.